Hello, my name is Shadlia. Welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as Ethiopia. In previous episode, we managed to conquer the rest of the Horn of Africa, and we're starting to be in a pretty solid state. I did go ahead between the episodes, as I was hinting, but I didn't actually say it all the way through. I went ahead and reduced the barracks numbers to 65 total, which is still relatively high, admittedly. But at least that's going to be a bit of an increase in there. And let's just unpause. We'll go speed 4 for the time being, just to sort of keep an eye on things. So we are losing a bit of cash. We're going to be building... Oh, right, we got the... Was that the extra level on the paper? Yes, I believe it was. Right, well, that means that paper price is no longer an issue. Insufficient taxation capacity is a bit of an issue, though. Oh, yeah, paper price dropped drastically. Services prices went up a little bit. That's not too bad. Let's actually have a look at the buildings, just to be on the safe side. So, I believe all the government administrations do use the filing cabinets. If we had the central archives, that would increase the bureaucracy even more. It would increase the paper use, basically double the paper use, I believe. Yeah, it's an extra 40 there. Oh, but the urban center... Oh, right, but we don't have the... Well, we do have the option to use glass for the urban centers, but we don't have glass production yet. And, oh, actually, oh, that's the tool production. We could start using some iron to produce this, but it probably wouldn't be worthwhile. I don't think that we use that much. How much do we have tools right now, actually? We've got 17 extra. Oh, one thing that we can do, though, and this is going to be really useful, is intensive grazing. It's going to cost us a lot, but it's going to give us a massive amount of extra fabric and fertilizer. It's going to consume a lot of grain, but once we do that, it's going to start producing the fertilizer, and then we're going to start using the soil enrichment farming over here to increase the grain production. I don't know if that's actually going to be sufficient production of the fertilizer, but we'll see. I think it might be having quite an increase on the grain production for sure. And, oh, fertilizer price went down all the way, and fabric price went down all the way. Well, that means that we can produce even more clothing, I suppose. Which, are we making the level of the... I don't think we are. So let's go ahead and upgrade the textile mills. Oh, we haven't gotten the upgrade on the textile mills at all yet. Alright, well that's going to be sorely needed. So in terms of balance, so it's still these two are the biggest ones that we need. We do need a bit more wood and a bit of tobacco as well, by the looks of it. I do actually wonder though, do we have tobacco tax going? I don't think we do. We got tea tax, liquor tax. Oh wait, no, we do have tobacco tax, and it's already giving us a decent bit of cash. Alright, if we do need to increase the taxes, we can. It would reduce our legitimacy perhaps a little bit, but and it might increase the radicalists. We got 1.6.3 or 1.63 million radicals right now, and loyalists are at least going up slightly. But you know, we're slowly improving the population's things. Oh, fertilizer price is going up a little bit now. Fish price is going down. Fabric price is slightly going up. Okay, so how much do we have extra grain by the looks of it? 169. Okay, we've got pretty good grain production, a massive fabric production. So one thing that we could start doing is a lot more clothing. How much do we have dyes, by the way? A massive overproduction there. So much of, in fact, actually, you don't produce any there. We've got all of one over here. We've got 4 over here, so I'm just going to reduce one of the dye plantations there. It might increase the... Actually, the radicals are still going down at a pretty good speed there. That's actually lovely news. We're making a deficit of about £1 right now, but I suppose since the food production is increasing further and further, that's going to have a good impact. Is there anything else that we could actually start using fertilizer on? Before we do that, though, let's have a look. Do we have extra... Oh, yeah, we've got 120 fertilizer still. I suppose it might be that not all of the farm buildings are using full speed of that yet, because I'm pretty sure that it will be increasing the big orchard. I don't think it's going to be worthwhile necessarily, but if we substitute it to the other direction, or change it to the other direction, that might not be useful either. But most of the plantations we can't do much about. Fisheries, I don't think we necessarily need to do that, or need to do anything over there either. We do have 4 ports. That gives us 40 convoys total. If we had clippers, then we could increase more. Do we have... Okay, we've got a little bit of unemployment in Somaliland, but that's not a lot. We've got some conscription going on in there as well. But I suppose if we can start increasing... Oh, thermal is going down now. Oh, wait, no. Law enforcement and local police force is reducing the effects of turmoil. But I believe it is actually going slowly down. And meat prices dropping, wood prices starting to increase slowly, but it's not too bad yet. So we can definitely manage with that. Oh, right, yeah, we're getting another government administration center. That's going to give us a bit of bureaucracy back because we definitely need it more. And if we can get... Oh, right, we didn't actually get rid of the police force. And is there any sort of laws that we can pass right now? We could maybe go for the national militia. Enforce political strength. Barracks max level is 5. So, technically speaking, the barracks that we currently have would still stay there. It would increase the spending, perhaps. But it would reduce the landowners' political strength. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go with that. Most people support that anyway, so that should be fine. Oh, and is that... Hold on a minute. How many people did just become very loyal? So, 10% infrastructure from the rural folk. That's actually really good. What about marginalized groups? Those don't give anything. Over here, you don't give anything right now. And you give actually investable contribution 20%. Yeah, there's not much I can do over here other than wait for that one to be done. Eventually we'll have to switch the government around a little bit again to get maybe some more laws passed. But that will start reducing the power of the landowners, and therefore we can maybe start doing more things. The government, or the bureaucracy is still... Yeah, we got a massive tax waste. So if we didn't have the tax waste going on, plus, well, I suppose we don't have enough... well, taxation over here in our capital is doing fine. Minus 41% taxation in Amhara, and Gondor is minus 53. So we definitely need to start increasing the infrastructure. Well, actually, no, it's mostly the tax capacity, I suppose. And that is... increased. Oh, peace treaty. Oh. And slavery Oman, conquer Oman. Okay, so France owes Oman. And they own all of that as well. Alright. Well, that's a bit of a surprise. But at the same time, good for the French, I suppose. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and improve our relations with the French. Just to be on the safe side. We could still attack also over here. That would be another place for... Oh, it's a slave state. Alright. Oh, most of our states are slave states. Well, to be fair, slave trade is still strong in here. We'll hopefully be able to get rid of that soon. If we can get the national militia passed, then in theory we could maybe pass the... Oh, and there's a furniture factory underway now with the government administration building almost completed. There's one more week and it's done. And that's going to increase the bureaucracy that we produce quite a bit. And then the furniture factory, or furniture manufactory upgrade over here, it's going to be doubling the production that we have in there, which is not bad. And it's going to increase the use of fabrics a little bit as well as wood. Oh wow, for 5,000, oh wow. Where are we getting all of this money? Oh right, because the tax is getting more efficient. Actually, what do we have as decree? So we got a decree for the extra manufactory over there. And we got the more resource production over here. And I suppose what we could do is just put in the more resource industry over there, just for the mining. Or alternatively, hold on, the mines, whaling industry, fishing industry, and logging. So the fishing would also get an improvement from that. National values, assimilation and conversion. Ooh, we could start doing that. So actually, before we start doing that, let's figure out which states actually could use the assimilation a bit more. So let's go to population tab. So there's a fair bit of Sunnis in here. I believe Oromo is our main culture, right? Primary cultures, Amhara, Omoro, Tigray. Is there anyone else? No, it's just those three. Okay, well, I mean, we've got 4... Well, we could put in up to 4 of those decrees. Let's start increasing the conversion in these two. That leaves us with one more decree that we can do somewhere. Let's go with the resource industry over here, just for the extra production from the mines. And there could also be something. Let's increase the manufacturing over there. That's all the decrees that we can afford right now, but that's fine. We might have to remove some later, but I think we can go with those for the time being. That should increase the... We don't have any industries in here yet, but we will have the arms industry there. So increasing the productions there is going to be useful. Over here, the paper mill is doing fairly good, although it's probably not producing all the... Actually, it's putting out 80. And there's more buy orders than sell orders. Okay, so it's making a profit now, finally. Clothing prices going up again. Alright. So I'm guessing we can maybe start... Oh yeah, there's a massive amount of Sunnis in here. Basically, there's no Orthodox in here whatsoever. So if we can start converting some of that, that'd be brilliant. Looks like Oromos are a percentage in there. And over here, there's just not a lot of religious conversion going on yet. But assimilation, at least, is going to be useful. Ethiopian market monthly price. Okay, so services goes down in price, so that's good. We can probably close that for now. The amount of radicals has gone down to 1.25 million. It used to be 1.67, I believe, at the height. Well, at 1.64, I suppose it's showing there. But yeah, it's going down. And the loyalist is now 100,000. I suppose we started increasing the standard of living a decent bit. And France is... Ooh, diplomatic play. Alright. Not in our territory, so we don't really know what's going on. I suppose, also, I think it might be time for you to go. There's no diplomatic place that we can do there. Oh. Oh, because we have a truce. Never mind. Up until April. Once that's done, we can conquer Alsa. And technically speaking, we could start heading into Arabia, maybe. I don't know if it would be a smart idea, but it's a possibility. If we want to become stronger and stronger, then we'll probably eventually need to fight Egypt as well. How much does Egypt have troops? 25 battalions per 18... Okay. We have now national militia. That's probably going to increase the cost of the military spending a lot. But the amount of barracks that we have is going to be... Well, actually, it's not going to remove any... Yeah, I mean... There is a lot in there. And there, and here. So I suppose... I could remove some of those, or I can just start... maybe slowly... Well, actually, did we get the arms industry yet? No, we didn't. Okay, so we can't really start upgrading our things yet. Oh, but we did get the militia now, or militia law now, so we could maybe start switching the... Well, the only thing that we could do is switch to theocracy. I don't think that would work. But did we manage to reduce the... Landowner's clout is still pretty high, but political power might be slightly less, though. Political strength, rather. Well... Serfdom, slave trade, both of those are very high. Hereditary bureaucrats is something that we might want to get rid of. We could move the... actually. What do we need for the schools? Religious schools, not part of our laws. Total separation law. Or serfdom. Okay, so we need to get rid of serfdom to be able to do that. And to get rid of serfdom, we would have to anger the landowners a lot. Although it would be only minus 10 right now, so if we were to get someone in here that is supportive of that, there is 24% support in total, so that is actually something that we could do. So let's reform the government again. Let's put the religious out and put in the... I suppose we'll put the farmers in. Confirm that, and then we should be able to change the serfdom law. Oh, and the taxation law could be put into the worst one. But the serfdom, abolished. So... They will be angry about it, the landowners, but if we can abolish that, we can start making the life a lot better for a lot of them. And I do wonder, though, is there any diplomatic place I can do over here? Probably not. No, because it's decentralized nation, so we can't really, or decentralized power, so we can't conquer it. We can colonize it, but we can't conquer it. Of course, we don't have colonization yet, so we can't start doing that yet either. Eventually, we might start colonizing some more of Africa, though. Especially if we could start moving further inland over here, that might be actually useful. Although inland areas don't have that good infrastructure, so maybe going on the coast would be better for us in the long run. But actually, I do wonder, for the trade policies, so for the protectionist, for example, we need stock exchange. Oh, right. Full movement, all rulers, ideology. There's not a lot of... support for it yet. Mercantilism might be something that we could maybe do. Oh wait, never mind. Rule folk oppose it. Industrialists would support it. But yeah, no, I don't think we can change the trade policies yet, but that is something that we want to do eventually. And we don't have colonialism activated yet either, but the furniture manufacture is going to be done in 29 weeks. We'll probably speed up a little bit. We're doing pretty good money. And looks like the bureaucracy production is increasing. Do we have a lot of deficit for the paper production? We got a deficit of about 11 or 10 right now. And if we have a look at the market prices, furniture price is massive, so we definitely need to increase the furniture production drastically. We might even put in a second level on that already underway, because I suspect that that will be worth it. It's one of the few things that we can do. So we'll build a few things in the meanwhile, and then we'll return to it eventually. But we'll slowly start industrializing our nation. Of course, it's nothing particularly impressive in terms of stuff. It's mostly for our own markets anyway. So we'll need to be sort of careful, not overproducing things necessarily, just to make sure that the stuff is increasing. Oh, right, we can start our diplomatic play against Horsa, I think. Or Horsa, sorry. Conquer State. France and Egypt might join. I don't think either one of them... Well, France is a bit... You know what? We'll wait for the relations with France to increase before we do that. Because I suspect that otherwise, relations are neutral. It's going up. Improve relations, so it's 3%. Yeah, okay. Attitude is cooperative. Potential friend in geopolitical affairs. Closer relations. Oh. Right, so actually I don't think we need to wait for that. I think we can just go in. And conquer state. Confirm. And we can use one of the armies, probably this one. Mobilize. Advance. Over there. That will spend a bit more money and all that. And of course, once we get yet another state, then that's going to cause us a bit of... Actually, I don't know if it's going to take that much bureaucracy. Fertilizer price is going up and meat price is going up. Well, meat price we can actually have quite an impact if need be. How's the tool situation? We got a little bit extra. So if need be, we can increase the meat production quite a bit. I don't think the butchering tools are necessary quite yet. It will increase the meat production so massively and increase the tool consumption a lot as well. So yeah, we probably won't do that. We could reduce the harvest tools. Ooh. Or start using the harvest tools. So that would reduce the slaves used by quite a bit. But also the tool price would go up. So once we get some more tool production upgraded, which we should probably queue up already in here. Of course, now to be fair, if we start using the iron tools, I would start using the iron. I mean, we don't have enough iron mining going on yet. Basically have no iron mining going on in yet. Would that even be worth it? No, not yet. We have only one mine in there. We'll probably get one or two mines over here as well. There's not much we can do in that state though. They reduce basically everything that they produce. Got fishing, trade centers. They're probably just buying everything that they can, which might not be all that much. Oh, industrialists are now influential. They have a high approval rating though. Let's actually have a look at the politics in here. So government, industrialists, so that gives capitalist investment pool contribution and minus 10% production tech cost. Ooh. Right, and it's intelligentsia is that society tech cost. Okay, that makes sense. So there's one for every tech. So if you keep all the... Oh, never mind. France declares neutrality. So now it's basically just Egypt, and I don't think Egypt is going to go against us. So this is going to be quick war. A very easy war at that. Artillery unlocked. Excellent. Let's have a look at the... Actually, democracy could be useful. That would unlock the max communication, which increases authority. Or empirism. Or romanticism. I think we need to start focusing on that area a little bit more. Although international relations would unlock the alliance, defensive pacts, rivalries, and lead to colonization and nationalism. Stock exchange would allow us to get some of the trade laws eventually, which would be quite useful. But I think we'll go with the democracy first. Then we can maybe get the max communication or medical degrees and all that sort of stuff. And eventually, once we get into this area, that's going to start reducing the amount of bureaucracy that we need per... Or the... Yeah, I believe it's bureaucracy per people. No changes in the trade prices there. And they have no army whatsoever. Oh, wow. Are they going to surrender? I don't think they can anymore. To arms! And we conquer it. That was a quick war. Right, so the radicals numbers are still going down. Although there's probably going to be some radicals from Eritrea once we actually annex that. And the loyalists are now 100,000. It's been going up slightly throughout the past year or so. I suppose we may have had some higher numbers earlier, but it's not too bad. And the iron price is now dropping massively. Do we actually have production for it? I suppose we do. We do have a need for it, I suppose, is the bigger question. No, we don't have any demand for it yet. Right. I'm going to be getting that and that eventually. Right now it's working on the university, which is going to have a bit of a cost impact. But it's going to increase the innovation and more qualifications, so more people will be trained. And I believe it's also going to start increasing the literacy rate a little bit in here, although I don't know how much. Do we actually see it in the population, perhaps? Population is certainly growing. There's a bit of unemployed, and the struggling is... Can we actually see why they are struggling? Not really. I suppose we could say if we have a look at over here, politically inactive, rural folk, there's a lot of farmers in here. Workforce, dependence, political strength, rural folk, armor folk. Okay, so most of that is rural folk. Subsistence farms, okay, so that just shows where they mostly works, and then that's mostly farming. Slaves, we've got 134,000. It's not necessarily great, admittedly. How quickly is the war support going down? It's 12.4 per week. Okay, so that is going to be conquered very shortly. And then we'll probably get one iron mine in there. We might... Oh, right, I remember now. We need the iron for the weapons industry, which is going to be all arms industry, and that's going to be done after the university. Currency standards unlocked. Okay, per capita taxation in taxation laws and lead to banking. I don't suppose we can start doing the capita taxation yet. You must not have enacted traditional law in economic. Okay, so we can't do that one. So first we need to switch this one to something else. Agrarian is one of the things that we could probably switch it to. There's some support for it at least. But we don't have romanticism yet, so we can't do it yet. But that would be a way to get rid of that one at least. Oh, peace treaty. North German Brunswick. Elbe. Okay, so we got North German Federation already in here. They are oh right, they conquer Hanover. There's still a little bit nations in there. And Eritrea has been conquered. Excellent. So what do they have in productions? They got the fishing wharfs in there. There's not a lot. There's a bit of peasants available. We could maybe... How much is that? That's going to be 5,000. We'll build another iron mine in there just in case. So we'll have the iron production needed. Bureaucracy imbroglio. Found themselves mired in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, trying the work towards reform to a near halt. Cut through at least some of the red tape. That means less bureaucracy. Or enacted time and success go down. If we do that, then... There's a labyrinth of the legal system. It'll probably take some time before we can get through there, but I'm hoping that we can at least enact that at some point. In the meanwhile, the university is almost done. Oh, rivalry broken. What was that? Bavaria and France are... Okay, right. I didn't realize that Bavaria and France were rivals, but that's fine by me. So Russia still owns part of Anatolia. Or, well, I suppose it used to be part of Egypt at one point. Or they conquered it from Egypt, rather. I do wonder, how's the West Africa looking? So, United States of America is snaking in there. Great Britain is snaking in a little bit. They also started snaking over there. They got that port already ages ago. Denmark, I think, has gotten a little bit land in here. So they are colonizing. I think Portugal might be expanding over here. No one's gone into Congo quite yet, but I suppose no one's got really the tech to get in there. I think, let's actually have a look at the... in here. Declare interest. So we got that already as an interest. Oh, so that is why we can... Okay. But eventually, once we unlock the colonialism, we'll probably start colonizing some of this. And we do still want to get a little bit further north. So I suppose, can we... I don't suppose there's actually a passage to go through there. And that's... Is that impossible? No, it's not. Interesting. We could conquer those islands if need be. But it's part of the state over there, I think. We don't actually have any diplomatic place to do. They are pretty good attitude. Desirable ally. Ah, okay. Well, I suppose since that is not part of, or Arabia is not part of our interests, we can't really go in there yet. But we might want to do something like that eventually. Just capture more... Oh, France is in there, though. That might be a problem. Eventually. Although if we can keep good relations with France, then it might not be the end of the world. Hey, Admiralty unlocked. So max naval base is now 20 higher than what it was before. And we've still got a massive amount of fabric extra production, which is, well, if I could start trading, that'd be brilliant, because I could probably sell that for a lot of places and make some good money out of it. Tea, we got plenty. We've still got quite a bit of grain as well as fertilizer, among other things. And we need a lot of luxury clothing by now. We don't have silk production, so we won't be able to produce the luxury clothing all that easily. So that'll have to wait, but at least the income is pretty decent. We got already 1.3 million gold reserves. We got 8.3 GDP, or 8.3 million in GDP. And service prices going down. Approval. Oh, deactivate it. Okay. Oh, industrialists might not be. Yeah, they're no longer influential. All right, that makes sense. Oh, we're about to get the university. Oh, we did get the university done now. But that's going to increase our research speed a little bit as well. So it's going to be... Actually, once it's fully sort of in use. So democracy is currently getting 65 points total. 50 from innovation and then the national spread in there. But that is going to start increasing. We've got almost 30% literacy rate now. So we are... Well, yeah, we'll increase it by 10% by now in the past 14 years or so. So not a massive speed, but we've been conquering a lot of lands and they might not have quite as good literary rate as we did. Not that we did have a particularly good either. Oh, I think serfdom abolished is not going to pass. So it's going to remove that one. Is there any new things that we could maybe do? There's the taxation stuff, there's the police, so there's not really much I can do. And the landowners still have a massive majority in here. We can't really remove them from power either, is a problem. Yeah, so I suppose we won't be doing any reforms right now. So let's let it be for now, I guess. We could use a bit... Ooh, actually, let's have a look at the university. What do we have in there? We need 5 paper, and then we'll produce some qualification innovation. So we get 5 paper, I think. How's the paper... So we got more buy orders than sell orders. Okay, so we might want to increase the paper mill soon. I think what I'm going to have to do is we'll increase the paper mill level there. And of course, another thing that we need to start doing more is increasing the administration buildings to get even more bureaucracy. Because right now, we don't have a lot. And have we managed to... Oh, 7 more weeks and Somaliland has been incorporated. I'm hoping that that will start reducing some of the bureaucracy need. Well, at least it's going to increase the amount of infrastructure that they have there. Which is going to help the market access and all that. We're still improving relations with France. Is there anyone else that I should really be worried about? I don't know. Oh, hold on a minute. East India Company is independent. What? Alright. Presidential dictatorship. Are they at war with England? No. They are not. But Austria is wanting to invade India. Because neither side has a lot of war support. I suppose they can't really reach one another. Oh, and we got a event over here. Undeserved blame. We can either reduce the authority that we have by 5% for 5 years, or one... Yeah, no, I think we need to just learn to live together. We got extra authority that we can afford spending, but we don't really have that much living standards that we're going to afford losing, because we do not want to increase the radicals. I mean, it's been going steadily down, luckily. And looks like the fruit price is going down, fish price is going down, and meat price is going down. Right, well, I suppose people are needing more, or I suppose technically speaking they're buying less food, but regardless. So the democracy is soon to be done, 4 to 6 weeks. And that is going to be sort of good. Oh, and now the fish and fruit prices go up again. So people are deciding what to buy and what not to buy. So why is the... So after the arms industries is done, that's going to start to spend some of the hardwood and the metal that we have. Oh, there we go. Democracy. That might unlock some more things. We could get that for the extra authority. We could get this for the alliances and such. We could get banking for the extra minting at interest rate, but we don't really need that. Stock exchange, that is something we could use. That is still level 1, so it's still going to be the same cost. We could go for the romanticism, actually, to maybe get a trade law or economical law changed a little bit. Yeah, we got pretty good income. Once we start producing some of the guns as well, we'll start switching some of our production method for our military into line infantry. So if we do need to fight someone else again, we don't need quite as much troops, basically. And we'll still be able to deal a lot of damage. But of course, at the same time, it's going to increase the cost of production things a lot. I'll start a native uprising diplomatic play in... Okay. I don't think that's something that we are part of, but... I'd like to get over here into the sort of Great Lake States, or the Lake States over here. There's a lot of area that we could conquer, but at the same time, getting in there is going to be difficult because we can't realistically go there right now. Oh, Darfur is unrecognized power, same as we. We are number 31 on the unrecognized power list though, and we can't go beyond position 13 right now. Okay. France is colonizing Kenya. Alright, that might be bad for us. Means that France is basically blocking our path there. So I'm guessing we do have 2 options. I mean, technically speaking, if we body out with France, we could use them to start conquering Egypt to get into the Mediterranean and then eventually attack Italy as our ultimate goal. But I don't think we are quite there yet. But yeah, we've sort of run our course in terms of what we can easily conquer here. Oh, there we go. Iron price is now going up. Okay, well, that's good. Where do we use the iron? Is there already some, or is it just anticipating the thing? Hold on. Iron, where are you? No, there's actually not that much production at all. They probably stopped the production entirely. Low market access in Somaliland is still at 60%. I'm hoping that we can start improving that at least a little bit. Soon enough, anyway. I mean, suppose... Is it... Oh, it is incorporated state now, so yeah, there's a bit of a problem there. And we're still losing bureaucracy, but it's not too bad. I mean, at least, yeah, the market access is now better. And the turmoil is still, well, relatively high, admittedly. Have we started converting population, though? Not much. I mean, maybe like 0.5%. Of course, we don't have the religious schools or anything like that, so it kind of makes it slow. I think we may have started converting some into Oromo culture, at least. Although it's still like the 4th largest in there, so nothing massive. Yes, let's just get the arms industries done in 1 week. Let's have a look at the production now. I suppose it's not going to be producing much yet, but it will be taking some iron and hardwood. And of course, both of those prices are basically nothing. We could start producing even some cannons if we want to, although that cost is going to be a lot. It's going to increase the iron consumption further. It's currently... Oh, right, so we can see through here. So it's only 10 wood and 10 hardwood. If we put in the cannons, it's going to be using 20 iron. It's going to be producing a little bit less ammo. Let's actually have a look at the other buildings, especially for the development of barracks. We could maybe start upgrading some of these. Let's go ahead, for example, this one. If we increase that, that's going to be an extra 5 weapons used. So if we do... The arms industry over here is only producing 25. So we could actually have 25 of the regiments be upgraded with full production. Alright. So let's go with our capital. We'll upgrade that with light infantry. It's going to cost us a lot. And then the Somaliland into light infantry. So a lot of it is still not light infantry. But it will, you know, slowly we can increase that. We can increase the production of things as well. So we're going to start we're not going to start producing the artillery yet. Eventually, hopefully, yes. But right now, it's not going to be worth it for us to do. But once we start increasing the size of the arms industries over time, then yeah, it will be producing a lot more. And we can sort of arm our military. We might lower the size of the military even further. Like maybe go for 15 for all of these. And then 5 over there. So that would still be 50 total. That might be something that we'll do. But we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.